Where's Eric then?
He never misses a market.
It was a bad squall last night.
Maybe he ran up on some rocks.
Maybe he was swept overboard.
Maybe he drowned.
Or sharks.
Maybe he already sold his catch online from the boat.
Sharks.
Now you can sell anything from anywhere. Wireless e-business from IBM.
One's visual, and you have the lead on the right. The lead on the right. The fight's on. Left 9 now. There we go. You got the airspeed on me. Visual. Oh, there you are. Darn, I was hoping you wouldn't see me. It's my turn to gun track. Let's do that one again. Okay.
Just in case you didn't catch the number the first time.
Get ready for the new CBS Monday. Starting with Doug roasting his boss.
So nervous. I put a couple of your maxi pads under my armpits.
The King of Queens. And don't miss the #1 new comedy of the season. Guest here. Then it's father against son.
Don't come to my funeral. I'm coming. I'll be the one doing this.
Everybody loves Raymond. And why does America love Becker?
Hello?
He says what you think.
You want to talk on your phone, do what everybody else does. Go to a restaurant.
The Becker season premiere. It's all here, CBS Monday.
Samantha, here we go.
Meet Ernie Els. He's a regular guy just like you. Some days aren't as easy as others. Sometimes he too has to improvise. He's just like you. Except for the fact he won 2 majors by age 27 and can crush 320-yard drives. Other than that, he's just like you.
Kevin Harlan, along with Darrell Johnston and Beasley Reese, 2 touchdowns today by Bledsoe through the air. New England has scored 14 unanswered points. Now on the stage is Peyton Manning. First down and 10 at his 21. Down 24-13. Here comes McGinnis. And a little shovel pass going incomplete to Harrison across the middle. Brewski was there defending, but McGinnis broke up the play.
Willie McGinnis going upfield as Peyton steps up. He continues to pressure the quarterback, comes back and puts the pressure on Peyton Manning, trying to ad-lib a little bit at the end. Here's Willie coming upfield. Great bull rush. Just drives the tackle all the way back into the pocket and still able to come back underneath. Adam Meadows, a guy who's been battling pneumonia all week, out there playing his heart out.
Manning is faltering a bit. Only one of his last 7. Second down 10 from his own 21. Going outside here, bobbled and dropped by tight end, normally the reliable Ken Dilger. Incomplete pass. And tonight on 60 Minutes, Tina Sinatra on her father's last days. The woman she wishes that her dad hadn't married, and what he and the mob did for Jack Kennedy. Tonight on 60 Minutes, followed by the season premiere of Touched by an Angel and the CBS Sunday night movie Personally Yours. All tonight on CBS. 3rd and 10. 6 defensive backs in for New England. From the 21 for Manning. With time, fires it, drops again. Edgerrin James and Teddy Bruschi was all over the Colt running back, and 3 and out for Indianapolis as Manning has gone 1 for his last 9 through the air.
And the New England Patriot defense not choosing to blitz or to pressure Peyton Manning. They only rushed 3 defenders, dropped 8 back in coverage. Teddy Bruschi matched up with Edgerrin James, does a great job in coverage.
Hunter Smith, #1 punter in the NFL, will go to Troy Brown. Smith back inside his 10 and Brown back at his own 35. Wiggum was rushing, almost got a hand on the punt. He drive all the way back to the 18-yard line. And Scioli finally puts his arms around Brown. Brad Scioli, 2 years out of Penn State. 61-yard punt by Smith. Patriots on top.
Local breweries. Beer shipped the same day it was born. Refrigerated distribution centers. Daily deliveries. Our exclusive Born on Dating. That's how we guarantee Budweiser is the freshest beer choice out there.
There
No danger, however, as the satellite's now expected to smash into Quasi, an uninhabited part of the Australian outback. Scientists say the 12...
Do you, Yahoo?
I would start with
Hands like Chris Carter.
Jerry Rice's hands.
Fred Bulletnikov's hands.
For body-wise,
Isaac Bruce. Yeah.
my size, Peter Works, agility. Agility-wise, probably Marvin Harrison. Hustle, Randy Moss. The breakaway speed of Rocket Ishmael. Eyes, I'll probably have to go with Tim Brown. Jimmy Smith's heart. Heart? Wayne Corbett. My heart.
Well, I take Isaac Bruce's competitive nature. That would be a receiver I'd like to have on my team.
He will probably set records that are actually unheard of.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by MVP.com and by America's Air Force. No one comes close.
Back in Foxborough, Patriots on top, 24-13. Kevin Harlan alongside Daryl Johnston. All right, the Patriots have scored 3 touchdowns the last 3 possessions. What about the Colts here?
The Colts defense has to come out and make a 3-and-out stop. They've got to get the ball back to their offense. They need 2 scores to get back into this football game.
First down and 10 yards to go for Bledsoe, being chased by Alice Johnson. Goes down the sideline, incomplete, zeroing in on Glenn, who is covered on the play by Tyrone Poole. Second down and 10. Bledsoe in the second half has been great. Touchdown, possession, each of the 3. Bledsoe in the second half, 9 of 12 with 2 of those touchdowns.
And that Hail Mary at the end of the first half really changed the complexion of this football game. Actually, the combination of the defensive stop and then the great return and Hail Mary really gave New England a tremendous amount of confidence coming out this second half.
On the 33, second down and 10. J.R. Redmond, a block from Armstrong, and then wrapped up by Braxton. Gets out to about the 37-yard line, picking up 4.
And even the wide receivers getting involved in the blocking game here with a little toss sweep with a crackback and the tackle getting out in front. But this is what the Patriots want to do. They want to stay in bounds. They want to take time off this clock. This is going to be an important third down for them to convert at. But to be able to run the football, if you catch the ball, stay in bounds, make the Indianapolis Colts either take a timeout to stop that clock or lose their ability to have more time.
Redskins came back to tie Philly, and Detroit stomping on Green Bay. Saw Pittsburgh leading handily over the Jets. Third down 6 from the 37. Blocked by Redmond. The blitz is on. The pass goes errant, incomplete. Really not a receiver within 10 yards. Tony Blevins, the only guy over there. 3-and-out for the New England Patriots.
Well, the Indianapolis Colts defense does their job by going 3-and-out, but that same blitz that has been giving Drew Bledsoe and the Patriot offense problems all day long, that corner blitz coming from the outside, they really have not adjusted to that throughout the course of the football game.
Wilkins deep back inside the 25 for Indianapolis. You see Lee Johnson set the punt from about his own 25. Johnson number 3 all-time in number of punts. 16 years in the NFL, and a nice first down pass on a fake field goal earlier in the game. They're caught back at the 20 by Wilkins. 43-yard punt by 38-year-old Lee Johnson. Friday on CBS. Why would someone who just won $40 million commit suicide, or was it murder? CSI, an all-new crime scene investigation Friday, right after The Fugitive here on CBS. Jim Moore got up his sleeve.
No, they were able to pull one out last week, but I tell you, this is some dire straits right here. Just a little over 5.5 minutes left in the game, and they need 2 scores.
2 timeouts for the Colts, 2 timeouts for the Patriots from the 21, first and 10. Here comes Henry Thomas. Manning wisely throws it away. Looking for 10. Gilger on the side, incomplete.
And Henry Thomas getting the pressure here. Willie McGinnis walking up. Look at the spin move by Henry Thomas. I mean, the athletic ability of these big defensive linemen nowadays is just so impressive.
Here's seem to change their defensive front every week, a la Belichick's expertise in defense.
And that's why Peyton Manning had to spend so much time in the film room this week. He saw something different every week and knew that he was going to have something new for him today.
21-yard line, 2nd down and 10. Here comes McGinnis, bottom of your screen, and a pass which may have deflected off the back of the oncoming Henry Thomas. Incomplete, looking for the running back, James. The penetration much more prevalent now for New England.
And you can really see it starting to affect Peyton Manning in his composure back in the pocket. There he rushed that little screen pass to Ezra and James. You talked about the different schemes, the different fronts that he's having to face. They're starting to get more pressure on him. And right there, a great demonstration of that, the fact that he was a little bit rushed on that screen pass.
3rd down and 10. From the Colt 21. Manning trying to hold off McGinnis. Winds up, going deep, and intercepted for a 2nd consecutive week to Bucky Jones. He gets a block from Katzenmoyer, is finally doused at the 42-yard line of Indianapolis. Manning throws his 2nd interception of the day. And to Bucky Jones, who had his first career interception last week at Denver, picks up one for a 2nd consecutive week. And he gives, on top of that, the Patriots outstanding field position.
And this could be a position right here where you're trying to make too much happen when you have a little bit of time left. You can see that he's double covered at the end of that play. Peyton Manning was flushed out of the pocket. And we'll see right here as the pressure comes in, he's going to step to his left. I think he's just trying to make something happen here. It's late in the game. An ill-advised throw. There's great coverage on that play right there. Similar to what happened in the Oakland Raider game earlier this year when they came back and beat Indianapolis. He tried to make a big play at the end in that 2-minute situation.
Colts haven't won here since 1995. On the 42, 1st and 10. Rookie J.R. Redmond. Nice block by Isaiah, and that gets him a 1st down. Max Lane started the game at right guard. He was quickly yanked by Isaiah. 72, the right guard, who had a nice lead block right there for the rookie J.R. Redmond.
And we talked about at the top of the broadcast the fact that the offensive line was really finally starting to gel, and I was really surprised to see Max Lane in the lineup because all the talk this week was how well they had played last week, and they really felt that was because they had 3 weeks to start playing together, to gel as an offensive unit. So I was surprised to see Max in there, and I'm not surprised to see the change.
To the 14-yard gain on the 28, 1st and 10. Redmond flanked by Jason Belson. Gain of 3. New England has 120 yards rushing today. It's been a big factor for their success. Bledsoe 2 touchdown passes. And coming up next, most of you will see the Oakland Raiders at San Francisco. Other games, Denver, San Diego, Carolina hosting Seattle, Cleveland at Arizona. All next on Doubleheader Sunday on CBS. Now down to the 25-yard line, each team with 2 timeouts left. 2nd down and 7. Redmond, nice penetration by Chad Bratsky. No gain on the play. Bratsky's made more of an impact here defensively in the 2nd half.
And you talked about his motor always running during the course of the football game. Even in a situation like this, he's still going 100%. He's going to wear you down, and that's what Bill Belichick was worried about, the fact that he will just wear his opponent down during the course of the game. Makes a lot of big plays late in the game.
Player is down for the Colts. And I'm having a hard time seeing the number. Colts took a timeout. But this would not be, is it Whittington maybe?
Can only catch the 5. 95, yes.
Bernard Whittington. Well, we break in our new partner, Daryl Johnston, today here in our booth in Foxborough. And, of course, known by fans across the country and around the world as Moose. 3 championships with the Dallas Cowboys. Nice block by Larry Allen, and a good block there by Daryl Johnston. And he did score from time to time. Nice catch.
Thank you.
Nice catch.
occasionally got to get into the end zone. I kid Emmett about it. The difference in the amount of touchdowns we've scored as a halfback and a fullback. I think there's about 137 touchdown difference.
Michael Bishop is in, 3rd down and 7. Outside the 25, Bishop threw a touchdown pass earlier in the day. Being chased by Josh Williams, evades him. As he runs outside, he is finally brought down by Cornelius Bennett, 97.
Not a great design play. It didn't really work out that well, but the one thing that Michael Bishop did, he was very smart. He stayed in bounds. He didn't throw the incomplete. He didn't force anything. Field goal situation from where they were before would have been kind of iffy, so I think this is a good play. He forces Indianapolis to either call the timeout or let the clock keep running.
And because of that play, the Patriots probably went from like a 43-yard to a 49-yard field goal attempt. So defensively it paid off. Clock continues to tick. And they will take a delay of game penalty, and now we'll see if the Colts accept it.
And in this situation, I wouldn't. I would force the punting team to execute on a short field.
Delay. Offense, 5 yards. 4th down.
Johnson has had a good day punting. 3:31 to play in the 4th quarter. Terrence Wilkins is positioning himself back at about the 10-yard line. So obviously the pooch punt attempt, Lee Johnson has probably done about 500 of these in his career. If he does pin the Colts back, it would really put a nice finish. And this one is going to be inside the 10, and then off the fingertips of Wiggum, and ricochets into the end zone. Bucky Jones was there as well, 36-yard punt. Had they caught it, it would have been down. I thought Wiggum was the one to catch it.
And just a little bit of miscommunication. Both guys trying to make that play there, bumping into each other. That ball goes in. It's kind of a big play right there because you're looking at 1st and goal at the 2 as opposed to, or 1st and 10 at the 2 as opposed to 1st and 10 at the 20.
Well, we came into today saying there are a couple games every season that will define a team. The Colts felt that. Last week's win at Buffalo was one of them for them. The Patriots were hoping the same for their win last week at Denver, and as it's turning out, indeed, it may have had ramifications beyond last week. From the 20, 1st and 10. Colts have one timeout. Manning throwing a pass, caught by Pathan. Forward progress takes them up to the 24 on a gain of 4.
And they will give them anything they want underneath. They will let them complete the short passes. They will keep the offense in bounds, keep that clock running. The one thing they don't want to do is let them complete sideline outs or anything deep at this point.
6 defensive backs, 2nd down, and 6. Manning fires a pass, almost picked off on the play by nickel linebacker Andy Katzenmoyer. It seems to be a role he is thriving in as the nickel back.
And you don't expect a guy of Andy Katzenmoyer's size to be your nickel linebacker, but what a great job right there because he had an open lane to Marvin Harrison.
Great job, offensive line. Great job.
Drew Bledsoe has thrown 2 touchdown passes, 14 unanswered points by New England in the 2nd half. 3rd down, short 6 on the 25 for the Colts. Peyton Manning has thrown 2 interceptions. And this pass floating caught by Edgerrin James down the side and out of bounds. Banged out of the play by Bucky Jones. A gain of 31, stopping the clock with 2:45, and the Colts trying to nurse one timeout.
Well, I was impressed by the pass that Drew Bledsoe made for the touchdown to Eric Bjornsson, but this one is even better than that. He's got pressure in his face, he's going backwards, and he's able to lead Edgerrin so he catches his ball in stride. You'll see here as he moves to his right, the pressure. This ball is thrown well before Edgerrin even turns upfield. He doesn't even have to break stride to make that catch. That is an unbelievable throw.
On the Patriots 44, 1st down and 10. Glenn with the block in time for Manning, and the pass outside to Wilkins. A seductive move on Antoine Harris, a rookie, and finished off by Katzenmoyer. The clock continuing to roll. Colts with one timeout, Patriots with 2, a gain of 9 right there.
Yeah, and I think he might have wanted to get out of bounds on that one. He stops, cuts back inside. He only gains 1 more yard, but he's losing a lot of valuable time.
On the 35, 2nd down and 1. More great time from Manning. Dumps it across the middle, intercepted and picked off here by the rookie Antoine Harris. His first career interception, the rookie from Virginia, may have sealed the Patriot upset over the Colts today. Three interceptions of Colt quarterback Peyton Manning.
And again, it's the pressure by the front, and they're only rushing three guys. They're dropped. Well, there's a fourth guy. I apologize. There's the pressure. He steps up. He tries to throw a touch pass. He's not going to get a lot of zip on that ball. Antoine Williams cuts underneath for the interception. You can see here Peyton's looking for a receiver downfield. He steps up. He tries to touch throw this ball in there so he doesn't have the zip on it. He's able to undercut the receiver and make the interception.
Coming in, one of the storylines today, the Bill Belichick defense against Peyton Manning. Belichick known for his expertise in the defensive side. The rookie J.R. Redmond takes it. Quick timeout will be taken. Peterson with the tackle. And he's still working the defensive players across the way.
And he will continue to work them. It goes back to what Beasley talked about in the first half of the football game, that they were making adjustments. This has been a big chess match between Tom Moore and Bill Belichick. And Peyton had told us about how you had to be disciplined and patient because he's going to give you so many different things. And you just knew that coming into this game that he knew it wouldn't be like last week, that there was going to be a lot of different things that were going to transpire.
You saw Peyton Manning, 3 interceptions today, all in the second half. That ties a career high. Looks like the Patriots are alive, and let's take a look. The Jets have lost. Tennessee's about ready to beat Cincinnati. Miami was on top, and you see a tie. Washington's come back to tie Philadelphia late in the fourth quarter there. Detroit all over the Packers will drop to 2 and 4. Second down and 11 from the 30. And a big hole slithering through is J.R. Redmond. Jason Belzer makes the stop, which will take us to the 2-minute warning. The New England Patriots have beaten the Indianapolis Colts 7 of the last 8 games. Make it 8 of
9. Need sports equipment? Go to MVP.com. All the best gear, all the best brands, and insight to help you play your best. And right now, get free shipping on any Major League Baseball or World Series gear. MVP.com. Gear up for sport.
You sure about this?
I want everyone to know who I love. How much is this again?
50.
50. All I got is 41.
Come on. I get it fixed, Donna.
Very funny.
Next time, use the Visa check card instead of cash or checks. It'll get you in, out, and on with life.
Tonight, we had the perfect meal for us. The Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl. You pick any of their special pastas, and you get all the free refills you want. Plus all the salad and breadsticks for $7.95. Good thing I was born hungry. The Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Introducing Goodyear's new AquaTread 3. A set on your car pumps away over 6 gallons of water per second. That's serious technology.
Serious freedom.
Freedom from worry.
Goodyear, Goodyear.
CBS Friday. Why would someone who just won $40 million in Vegas commit suicide?
Norman pushed. Norman jumped. Norman fell.
When the pieces of the puzzle just don't fit. These are the investigators who can crack the case. Gotcha. All new CSI, CBS Friday.
2-minute warning. Manning's 3 interceptions have fueled the New England Patriots today outside the 36. 3rd down and 5. Bledsoe with the rookie in the backfield, Redmond. And a pass outside incomplete, looking for Tony Simmons. He not only returned a kickoff 39 yards, but caught a desperation Hail Mary 44-yard touchdown pass at the beginning of halftime. I mean, his time was running out. 0-0 on the clock. He caught it from Michael Bishop, and you can see the standings coming into today. Miami has won. The Jets have lost. The Colts are racing for their 2nd loss of the season. Looks like the New England Patriots are edging their way back into this race.
And the big thing is their next opponents are all divisional opponents over the next 3 weeks. With the bye, they have the Jets, they have Indianapolis again, then they get their bye, and then they have the Buffalo Bills. So they can really get back into the thick of things in the AFC East.
Lee Johnson's punt is away, landing at the 30, and Bucky Jones and Larry Wiggum will down it at the 21-yard line. The Colts, unlike last week when they had all 3 of their timeouts, 68 seconds with which to work, and within striking distance of Buffalo, Manning has no timeouts, down by 10 with 1:46 to play.
And last week it was a situation where on the sideline, Peyton Manning got the offensive group together. He spoke to them, hey, if we go out there this time and the defense doesn't hold, they give up the points, I want to be ready to get back out on the football field. A much different scenario this week, but he has been pushing too hard in the last 2 drives. We'll see if he's a little bit more patient, but I think the time has run out on that.
I say down by 10, down by 11. First and 10. Drop ball, another drop pass, this time by Edgerrin James. They've had a lot of drop balls today. 6 by our unofficial count up here.
And it's been very uncharacteristic for the Indianapolis Colts in the second half. The interceptions by Peyton Manning, the drop balls, and they have been throughout the offense. Ken Dilger, Marcus Pollard, Edgerrin James, people that you wouldn't expect. The big players need to rise up in these situations, and it seems like they've been very uncharacteristic of the way they've played.
Colts have turned it over 3 of the last 4 possessions. Second down and 10 outside. Bass caught for a first down by Marvin Harrison. Gain of 12. Patriots next 8 games.
And here you can see that schedule we were talking about. The fact that their next 3 games are within the AFC East. Right here, they could really play themselves back into this divisional race. A very difficult 0-4 start, but with these next 3 divisional games, they can get right back into this race.
33-yard line, first and 10. Pass caught by Pathan. Brought down by Harris, close to a first down. With no timeouts, the odds are against Peyton Manning. Second down and 1. Place the ball at the 43. Outside, and that is caught, but caught out of bounds. Bobbled because he must not have had possession for Jerome Pathan. Colts next week will be in Seattle.
And then New England, a rematch of this game. And then they will go out of the division for a while, finishing up in a little bit of a stretch there with 4 out of 5 back in the division. But they will get a break from this tough AFC East.
Third down and 1 outside the 42. James again got a block. It's one also from Harrison downfield, and wisely runs to the sideline. Operating with no timeouts, he picks up 10. Ty Law ushered him out of bounds. So now we're down to 1:02. 62 seconds remaining for Manning and the Colts, who are coming off the high of a come-from-behind fourth-quarter win at Buffalo last week, and New England coming off a mile-high win at Denver against the Broncos. 47-yard line of the Patriots. Colts first down and 10. Quick slant caught by Harrison. Just out of bounds by Law. They got the coverage from Katzenmoyer and Wiggum. Gain of 21. And he outraced the linebacker, Katzenmoyer.
And we talked about the scenario of Indianapolis losing this game and the ramifications from that standpoint. But a quick touchdown, an onside kick, and a field goal. They have one of the best in the business in the clutch situations.
So they've moved with no timeouts all the way to the 26. Manning to Harrison, drilled by Malloy. Gain of 7 on the play. Inside the 20. They'll spike it. Second down and 3, so 3rd and 3 coming up with 45 seconds to play.
A lot of times in these 2-minute situations, you get a little bit complacent. Even though you have to score twice, the defense will sit there and be a little bit complacent, let them come down the field a little bit too quickly. They played so much better the last 2 situations. They were in the hurry up. Now, the sense that, hey, the game is over with, but with the weapons that Indianapolis has, I don't think you're ever safe.
On the 20, 3rd down and 3. Here comes the rush. Manning from the pocket flushed, and Harrison, I think, is shy of a first down. Let's see where the spot is. He did get out of bounds, stopping the clock at 41 seconds. And they'll have to bring the chains, I assume, from the far side. Yes, they will. They'll bring them across the field to get a more accurate measurement. They've had some interesting things happen in this game. A fake field goal by New England. When the snap came to holder Lee Johnson, he threw to Eric Bjornsson on 4th down, and they got a first down. Then they eventually went in on a touchdown pass from Drew Bledsoe. And then just before halftime, with literally no time remaining on the clock, Michael Bishop came in with 5 receivers and hoisted a Hail Mary pass that was caught on a jump ball in the end zone by Tony Simmons. And was short by just that much of a first down. Bledsoe has thrown 2 touchdowns today. Here's the fake we were talking about. The 16-year veteran Lee Johnson hits the wide open Bjornsson. And then, as time was winding out and zeros on the clock, this is what Michael Bishop, in his first career NFL pass, was throwing into. And the jump ball caught by Tony Simmons.
And Tony Simmons had put them in position to do that Hail Mary with a very heads-up play on special teams.
Well, the Patriots up on top by 11. It's a 34-yard try by Vanderjagt, who kicked the game winner for the Colts last week in Buffalo. And he just gets it inside the upright. His 3rd of the day. The Canadian-born Vanderjagt, who played 3 years in the Canadian Football League and won 2 Grey Cups. So the Colts had to get 3 somewhere along the line. The problem now is New England, who has gotten a great performance today from Drew Bledsoe, and the defense, orchestrated by Coach Bill Belichick. The Patriots will get it back, barring a turnover, with the Colts not able to stop the clock. New England came in after a nice win last week in Denver, and they trailed in this one, and they come up on time with 14 unanswered points at one time over the Colts until that field goal right there. Bledsoe has played well for his 2nd consecutive week. 6 touchdown passes in 2 weeks for Drew Bledsoe.
And you can really see that offensive line really starting to come together as a unit. They're giving him the time to stand in the pocket, get his feet set, throw the ball. His receivers, we talked about Troy Brown and Terry Glenn kind of not being involved in the offense until the second half. But when they give him the time, he's going to be able to move this football team very effectively. And I think he took a lot of bad press early in the season, and I think it was a lot of things that were going on. There's a lot of transition with the new coordinator and a lot of different things going on, but Drew Bledsoe shouldered a lot of that responsibility, as all the great quarterbacks will do.
Kite will kick it off and obviously set up now in a onside situation. Chip shot caught by Bjornsson, the ex-Dallas Cowboy, falling to a knee at the Colt 46-yard line. So now they sit on the clock, and Colts unable to stop the clock. The Colts will drop to 3-2. The Patriots have won 2 consecutive games. They up their record to 2-4. Miami won today, and the one-time undefeated Jets lose to Pittsburgh, and the Steelers have won 2 consecutive games. Jacksonville last week, the Jets a victim today in the Meadowlands.
And when you look at this division from top to bottom, I really feel...
In just a few minutes, due to NFL contractual obligations, we will be leaving this game in order to bring you coverage of the Oakland at San Francisco game.
And the Jets at 4-1, there's really not a lot of difference between the way these football teams are playing right now. Any team, and it's the old adage, any one of those teams can beat any one of the other on any given Sunday.
Well, after this game concludes here in Foxborough, we'll send most of you to the Oakland Raiders against the San Francisco 49ers. Their quarterback, Jeff Garcia, has been hot. The win last week against Arizona, the Niners did. Also Denver, San Diego, Carolina, and Seattle will be an interesting game. The Carolina offensive coordinator, 32-year-old Bill Musgrave, resigning this week. So now veteran coach Richard Williamson takes over the play calling for George Seifert in Carolina. And Mike Holmgren takes his Seattle ball club into the Carolinas today.
Mike Ditka relating that story on the NFL Today, the fact that that one play, that 4th-and-1 play at Carolina-Dallas last week, Bill Musgrave deciding to resign his position over that one play.
So the Patriots come up with their 2nd consecutive win. Peyton Manning, 3 interceptions in the final 10.5 minutes. Bill Belichick, in his first year as the coach of the New England Patriots, got his young second-year quarterback, Michael Bishop, to throw a Hail Mary touchdown pass, which tied the game at 10 at halftime and really swung the momentum of this game.
It really did. Those last few seconds of the first half, the fact that with Indianapolis in the red zone with an opportunity to go to 14-3 and then finding themselves walking in the tunnel at halftime at 10-10, unbelievable.
We'll be back after this. The New England Patriots have beaten the Indianapolis Colts 24-16 on the arm of Drew Bledsoe.
So, Jim, the Calitech meeting's back on. I need you there first thing in the morning.
Great.
Hey, Dad.
Jim?
Just talked to Roy. He needs you at Calitech tomorrow. 10 a.m.
Good news. You're going to Calitech tomorrow. You've earned it. Hey, man. Hi. Hey, you ever been to Calitech?
For every reason to travel, there's a Best Western. Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain.
This is an ordinary cell phone. This is Nextel, and it's going to change the way you do business thanks to Direct Connect, its digital two-way radio feature. Frank? Not yet. It ensures instant contact. Bridget?
Got it.
Cost a fraction of cellular. Just passed. And it makes other cell phones...
Ready now.
Obsolete.
Direct Connect from Nextel. How business gets done.
Buy a Nextel Internet-ready phone starting at $99.99 and get an identical phone free.
Engineer Chuck Bazina has always been interested in weight control. He thinks a truck should know the difference between a 2-year-old kid and a half-ton of pig iron. So for the GMC Sierra, his team developed a system that comprehends weight and balances braking. It's one more way. Why worry about your weight when your Sierra can do it for you?
Well, the Indianapolis Colts coming off their win last.
Recently, Steve Young took the Toyota Tacoma camping.
So, Steve, you like roughing it in the great outdoors, huh?
Oh, yeah. I love nature.
And with the Tacoma's improved 4x4 package, it's the perfect chart for getting away from it all. Or taking it all with you.
Lucy?
Who's that? Did someone order a pizza?
Right here.
Test drive the Toyota Tacoma.
Hey, you got some ground pepper?
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.
To me, the great thing about sports is that it's open to everyone. It's the only common bond that I know that can bring an entire community together. When they win, we win. And when they lose, we lose. And I love the fact that you can turn to a complete stranger and debate the next pitch.
Dennis O'Donnell has been covering Bay Area sports for 18 years. See why he's been called one of the best in the business. Weeknights only on Channel 5.
I simply hop in my car, open the sunroof, play CDs, and rock it to Rusty's for Byzantine cuisine. Presto, I am happy as a tattoo on a supermodel. This is the wild neon life.
Dirty magazines at the checkout counter. Next, Dr. Laura.